Alright, what's up, people? This is 17 Brandon coming at y'all with Keeping It Real Boxing Show. This is my Manny Pacquiao versus Joshua Clottey prediction. My final prediction. Um, what I think is going to happen in this fight is starting off first round, Pacquiao's going to come in. He's going to throw 6, 7, 8 combo punches, which basically is going to open up holes on himself. Okay. And the last thing he want to do in this fight is open up holes on himself. Okay, Pacquiao is going up against a true welterweight. Okay, believe it or not, take it how you want it. Pacquiao isn't going to stop Joshua Clottey in this fight. He's not even going to knock Joshua Clottey out. Okay, Pacquiao still to this day he isn't even really a true welterweight. Okay, if you've been watching on HBO when they've been showing the training camps, it's not 24/7. Similar though, is that Manny Pacquiao has to eat 5 times a day, 5 times a week to keep his weight up to 147. Because if he doesn't keep his weight up, he goes back down to 135. Okay, and that's really not a good thing coming up against Clottey. Okay, I always thought over these past couple years, year and a half at least, that Manny Pacquiao has finally been a true welterweight. He's not. Okay? What Pacquiao has to do in this fight is use his speed. Okay? Use his speed and use his smarts. Okay? And the reason why I find it hard for Pacquiao to just pretty much come in here, come in the ring and beat Joshua Clottey is that Manny Pacquiao isn't going to fight backing up. Manny Pacquiao isn't going to fight running around the ring, jab, jab, move out the way. Manny Pacquiao is going to fight coming forward and trying to knock your head off. Okay, that's the type of fighter he is. That's the type of fighter he always been and always will be. Okay, so whatever Freddie Roach strategy he has, Freddie Roach said he's going to try to get Manny Pacquiao to knock Clottey out between the 9th, 8th round. It's not going to happen. Okay, Clottey and Pacquiao both got flaws in their style. Okay, but the biggest flaws of them all is Pacquiao, and I think that's what makes him so great. It's all the flaws he has in his style. Okay, he has so many loopholes in his styles. If you take a needle pen and a string, you can sew it all together and sew those holes up. That's how many loopholes he has in his style. But that's what makes him such a great fighter and entertaining. Okay, Manny Pacquiao, his head is always there. He's always coming forward. He's always going to be there in front of you. Okay, he's going to be letting off his combinations. Okay, he's not going to really be moving his head, even though Manny Pacquiao does have pretty good reflexes, but it isn't of the reflexes of a Floyd Mayweather or a Roy Jones Jr. It's pretty much like a hit and dash type thing. Okay, but you can hit Manny Pacquiao, and you can hit him a lot. You can catch him a lot. Cotto hit him with a lot of punches in their last fight. If you see Manny Pacquiao's face after he left the fight, I mean, his head went from being this big to this big. Okay, um, Manny Pacquiao, you gotta remember he's not invincible, guys. Okay, he has taken losses in the past, and you have to look back on some of those losses. Okay, I'm not gonna state them because I said I wouldn't state them, but Pacquiao does have the tools to beat Joshua Clottey, okay? But he can't come in and do the things he did against Cotto. He can't do the things he did against De La Hoya, and he can't do the things that he did against Hatton, okay? I believe that if Freddie Roach doesn't have the right game plan, it's going to be hard for him to beat Clottey, okay? He's going to be in for one hell of a night, okay? You got to remember, guys, Clottey has always been the most feared welterweight for a reason, okay? And the thing is that he hasn't been getting that many fights because so many guys at welterweight are scared to face him. Okay, we recently see Kermit Citron run off somewhere. The only guy who had enough balls to face him was Cotto. And I don't even think Cotto will even give him a rematch. All right, but he's just that tough of a fighter. Okay, you got to remember, Pacquiao is a much smaller guy. Okay, and that's why I say he has to use his speed. It's like if you remember when you were a little kid, you always had this guy who was a bully. Okay, this guy's about in fifth, sixth grade. You're about in the fourth grade. All right, so you're not as big as this other guy. Okay, you may be a little bit of a better fighter. Okay, but if you come and fight this guy and you don't use your smart and you're steady coming forward, trying to knock this guy out, you got to remember you're too small. Okay, you don't. You're not a true. You're not as big as this guy. You don't have the power this guy has. Okay, this guy has been bigger than you so far all of his life. Okay, so what you gotta do is you gotta outsmart this guy and you gotta outthink this guy. If you come on this guy's playground, okay, and you come and try to knock him out and go toe to toe with him, he's gonna knock you out. And every time you get back up, he's gonna knock you out again and again and again. Alright? And that's what Manny Pacquiao has to take into consideration. Is that he's coming up to welterweight. He's coming up on this man's grounds, okay? He's coming on his playground. Alright? Manny Pacquiao has got to fight a smart fight against Joshua Clottey. Now, as far as Joshua Clottey goes to win this fight, Joshua Clottey just has to be himself, okay? And the reason why I say that is because people are going to look back at the Cotto fight and say he didn't step on the gas enough. Alright? I'm going to definitely have to agree but disagree at the same time. I just think styles make fights, and Clottey was winning that fight. And that's where I had to disagree, where people say he got to kick it up enough. Because Clottey, he's a counterpuncher. Counterpunchers aren't the type of fighters who's going to come in and get away from their style and just come on you and start throwing punches, because they open up loopholes on themselves. Okay, that makes them more vulnerable. Okay, what counter punchers like to do is they want you to open up so they can open up back on you. Alright, counter punchers, they wait for what you're gonna do and they time your punch and they counter your punch. Alright, that's what a counter puncher does. They know your movements, they decode you. You know, counter punchers are very smart guys in the ring. Clottey has to come and be himself. Okay. Clottey can beat Pacquiao, okay? The thing is that if Pacquiao comes in and fights a smart fight that I want Pacquiao to fight, Pacquiao will win. But if Pacquiao comes in bum rushing Clottey, Pacquiao's going to lose the fight. And if Pacquiao comes in fighting that way, which I think he is, coming in bombarding Joshua Clottey with a bunch of punches, and Clottey blocking most of them and countering back at him, I see this being an all-out war. Okay? I think Pacquiao and Freddie Roach are sleeping on Clottey a little bit. I think that's a reason why they picked Clottey. I think that they just wanted a fight at the moment, so they found an opponent that is possibly beatable in their eyes, but I just don't see it happening. I see Pacquiao coming in with his old ways, trying to knock Clottey out. I see Clottey blocking and countering Pacquiao. I see Pacquiao steady opening up, and I see him just getting confused. I see him getting discouraged, and I just see the 160 pounds coming that fight night just taking advantage of the smaller 147-pound man. Okay? I see this fight going TKO, 10th round. I see Joshua Clottey winning this fight. I just don't see how Manny Pacquiao could win this fight coming in with those old ways. I think styles make fights, and in this point, I'm making this prediction. I just see Clottey's style favoring Pacquiao's style. Okay? If you watch Diego Corrales fight versus Clottey, Diego opened up a lot, and therefore he got countered a lot. Alright? I'm picking Clottey for a TKO, 10th round, decision.